rich and it adds no sorrow to it. Are you hearing what I'm saying right here? This is the Bible talking to you. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and it adds no sorrow to it. Now, y'all, this is what everybody gets confused with. Now, we have jobs and stuff, but what happens, y'all, is not the blessing of the job makes one rich and adds no sorrow to it. It's the blessing of the Lord makes one rich and it adds no sorrow to it.
Yeah.
You better preach.
Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Now, some of us get so hooked up on our job, we think the blessing of the job makes one rich. And it certainly adds some sorrow to it.
Yes, it does.
And you know, once we get real anchored in God and we trust in what God is doing with us, you know, that blessing, God bless us with a job, but it ain't going to make you rich. And you probably going to have some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And you certainly going to need God on that job.
That's right.
I seen a couple of people I work with. I know they have made the job they God. And you know, and you know, when you start seeing people like that, it seems like they always not feeling good or something bad, or they worried about that. I was telling the Lord, let me hurry up and get a couple more things paid for so I can tell this man, thank you for the job. I got to go. But y'all, I remember, I'll just share this. I shared it with the men yesterday. I used to work for Kellogg's company. You know, the best of you each morning. Y'all heard of Kellogg's? You know, Tony the Tiger. Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Y'all remember them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I worked with them. And they was like God. Back in them days, I didn't follow God. I followed Kellogg's.
All right.
I never will forget. I worked for them for 15 years, y'all. And they paid us good money. And I remember when people say, I'm sick of this job, I'm going to quit. I said, wait, you going to quit this job? What is wrong with you? We got full benefits. We making $28 an hour. You done lost your mind. What is wrong with you? Kellogg's was God. He was. And if you know something, and you know the people that was above you acted like they was God's angels or somebody. You do that one more time, I'm going to let you go. Well, I wasn't going to do it. I was shops do it. I'm going like, you really don't want to deal with me. I'll write you up. I'll have you in San Francisco sitting up there for 4 or 5 days, you know. So I had to find an angle. But it was still, you understand what I'm saying? It was still, had turned them into God. People would talk to you like you lost your mind if you talking about leaving there. Well, you know what your retirement going to be? It's folk like that that work for the government too. Did you know that, Andy Penny? Yeah, I know it is. They're like, oh, you work for, oh my goodness. They made them God. But when you get sick, you don't make no difference to them. You can't pray to them unless they go to the doctor. Then they'll put some pressure on you on top of it. Say, you've been missing too many days. You need to show back up. But that's what your God that you chose to do. And you know what you did? You walked out of the blessing. Did you know that?
That's good.
You know what you did? You walked out of the I was out of the blessing. Yeah, you got it good. No, it wasn't as good as it looked like. I was out of God's blessing. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, but it adds no sorrow to it.
That's right.
That's good. This is real good.
You understand what I'm saying to you? God don't throw us out of the blessing. We walk out of it. Y'all, as I was studying back there, all of a sudden this came on me. You know, back at the beginning, Adam was in the blessing. Adam was Eve was in the blessing. How blessed can you be? You just walking through a garden naked, don't even know. Yay! Ain't got about nothing. You naked and your woman. All day long. And just right. It ain't too hot, ain't gonna burn, ain't gonna sunburn, and nothing. Cool air coming. That's a blessing.
Yes, sir.
Not running out of nothing. That's a blessing. They walked out of it. See, they knew what to do. Now I'm going to show you how we walk out of the blessings. I studied and I said, my goodness, that's how simple it is. I'm going to show you how simple it is to walk out of the blessing.
Come on.
Start getting smart on your own.
Come on.
Start figuring out how you think it's supposed to be.
Come on
and then
now.
you walk out the blessing. And see, Adam let her walk out the blessing and blame it. And see, that's when you blame it on folks. Well, that woman you give me is the reason why I got the blessing. Well, apparently you didn't tell the girl right. I hear God going like, man, don't talk back to me like that.
That's right.
You know the rules. Well, you would have sent that girl down here. I would never been out of the blessing. But you out of it. And then we went and checked with the girl. Wasn't my fault that snake you got walking around here? If you would put him on his belly earlier, he would have stood up and talked. You know, Satan, snakes used to walk. We still got some snakes that walk. But see, you got to recognize them.
That's right.
All of them are on their belly.
That's good.
But you know, she listened to the snake, so he blamed it on the snake. Well, God said, you know what? All y'all got the blessing.
Yeah.
You can't stay in it. Let me show you something. Go to Deuteronomy. Go to Deuteronomy 28. Go to Deuteronomy 28. When you get it, say amen. And then